Hi guys, welcome back to the FM Recruiter. So in this episode, I put Erling Haaland and Harry Kane in the National League North. Two of the best strikers in the Premier League. You would think they would bag goals for fun, but who is going to push their team the furthest? And is anybody going to score 100 goals? Let's find out. All right then, so let's just give you a bit of background. We've put these two players, Harry Kane in Bradford Park Avenue, and Erling Haaland is with Kettering. Now, before we put these players in the team, these two teams were bottom of the predictions. They were predicted to be relegated. Now we've put them in. Bradford PA are 25-1 for promotion, and Kettering are 20-1. So that has reduced both of their odds round about, they were 230 to ish. So, you know, they're still not favourites to go up, though, with these two world-class players in the team, which does surprise me a little bit. But we're going to run this simulation for 3 years. Now, what we have done is I have got them both signed to long-term contracts. We look at Kane first. We've put a nice £1 billion minimum fee release clause on there, and we've signed them to a 5-year deal, which means really they can't leave. Obviously, we're going to be holidaying this sim. So we won't be playing the 3 seasons because it would just take forever. Now, what I will be doing is if they leave at any point, then obviously that will end the simulation. They shouldn't do, but you never know. And we'll go from there with it. So that is Harry Kane, and this is what Erling Haaland looks like. As you can see, Erling Haaland, same 5-year deal, same £1 billion release clause, but he's getting more money than Harry Kane. I'm not sure why that is, actually. But anyway, so these two are the only two full-time footballers in these teams. They're the only two that aren't on part-time contracts as well, which makes it a little bit more interesting. So what we're going to do, we're going to run the first season. Let's see how they get on. And after 3 years, let's see who was more successful, who led their team to more promotions, and who scored the most goals. Let's see how we got on in Season 1. All right, then, so the season is done for both teams. And let's have a look how they got on. Well, Kettering, who had Erling Haaland, absolutely walked the league. Bradford lost in the first round playoffs. Let's have a look at the differences if we go into the profile. Erling Haaland scored 95 goals to catapult Kettering to the title. Harry Kane chipped in with 43, which isn't a bad return at all, but when you consider that normally he scores around 30 to 35 in the Premier League, actually only scoring 43 is pretty bang average. 43 in 46 games with only 9 assists. It's not very good. When you look at Haaland got 95 goals in 45 games. That is just phenomenal. So the end of the first season sees Kettering get promoted and Bradford Park Avenue stay exactly where they started in Vanarama National League North. So second season, let's see if Haaland can do it again, or is he going to struggle in that higher division? And let's see if Harry Kane can actually get Bradford Park Avenue promoted at the second time of asking. Let's find out. All right, then Season 2 is done. Let's have a look at how they got on respectively. Now, we'll start with Kettering. They're in the National League. Now, they finished 15th, so not bad. But you would expect better when they've got one of the world's best strikers up front for him, who actually scored 53 goals. So, yeah, I mean, 53 goals in 40 appearances. So he's played 5 less games this year. So whether he had a couple of injuries, maybe suspensions, I'm not entirely sure. In terms of cup competitions, then we went out in the FA Trophy in the 4th round, and we went out of the FA Cup in the 1st round. So nothing really to sing home there about. But in terms of Bradford Park Avenue, Harry Kane has actually managed to do worse this year. They finished 8th. They didn't even make the playoffs this season. 79 points. They scored 102 goals. 102 goals, and they finished 8th. Harry Kane getting 54 of those goals is, again, really impressive. He had an average rating of 7.99 over the course of the season. 21 man of the match appearances. And again, he played every game of the season, 46 games, 54 goals. So that is now 97 goals in 2 seasons for him. Erling Haaland is on 140 odd. He improved his man of the match ratings this year. And again, in terms of competitions, we were knocked out in the FA Cup in the 1st round by Leyton Orient and the 4th round of the FA Trophy by Gateshead. So we go into the last season. These two players will not meet again in this simulation unless they draw each other in the FA Cup or the FA Trophy. But what we want to see now is, can Erling Haaland push Kettering to promotion, and can Harry Kane finally get a trophy for the first time in his career, be it the FA Trophy, the playoffs, or the league? Can he finally get a trophy for the first time in his career? Let's find out. All right, so our third season is now done and dusted. So let's take a look at Bradford PA first. Now, as you can probably tell, in the third season, we were sacked as the manager as Bradford PA. And if you look at the top goal scorers, you'll see Harry Kane's not there, and that we also finished 23rd. Well, this is why Harry Kane wasn't there. He decided to retire at the age of 31. He's got 113 goals in 110 appearances for Bradford PA, which isn't bad. But the sad thing is for Harry Kane that he never got to win a single trophy in his entire career. Disappointing that he decided to retire and not see the simulation out, but it's a bit Spursy, isn't it? Anyway, let's have a look at Haaland. So in terms of Haaland, he's got 59 goals in the third season. As Kettering finished 15th, they actually had a negative goal difference of 7, which really, when you've got a striker scoring 60 goals, is impressive. Let's have a look at what actually happened. So Kettering scored 83 but conceded 90. I mean, wow. Let's have a look at some of their games, because I think that's incredible. What have we got? So let's see. We got any big defeats here? I mean, 7-4 against Chesterfield. Erling Haaland getting a hat-trick. 5-1 against Altrincham. 4-2 against Gateshead. 4-3 against Ebbsfleet. So, I mean, there's no real, massive goals, but they didn't really keep any clean sheets either. Burton Park got 12-0. Haaland scored 7 in the first pre-season friendly. Okay, so it's fair to say Haaland got the better of Harry Kane. Let's have a very quick look, competitions-wise. So FA Cup, we made it to the first round, and this year the English FA Trophy were knocked out in the third is Kettering. So that's the end of this experiment. It's fair to say Erling Haaland got the best of Harry Kane. He led Kettering to the title in the first season and then got them 2 mid-table finishes, which, if we actually look at what would have happened if he wasn't in that team, they would have got relegated quite comfortably, because it's his goals both seasons that have kept them up and kept them in mid-table, which is absolutely huge. So, I'm quite shocked that Harry Kane retired, though. That has surprised me. But hey, what can you say? He's a bit of a wet flannel, isn't he? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. We will be bringing you one of these every week moving forward. The next one, we are going to be doing Mohamed Salah versus Kylian Mbappe, and we will again be using Bradford PA and Kettering. 3 seasons. See how they got on. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one, guys.